Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam. Welcome to Vani Amritvani program. His Grace Rupavilas Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. His Grace Ramkripa Das Prabhuji will be reading the Namamrit followed by Prabhupada quote. Sadhu Sevni Mataji will be reading the shlokas. Hare Krishna, welcome everyone. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। ही जीवन के शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। ही उल्लेस गोपाल के गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। ही उल्लेस भक्ति आश्रय वैष्णव स्वामी महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव ही ग्रेस शिक्षा गुरु रूपविलास प्रभु की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामामृत। The nectar of the holy name. The holy name evokes the love of God. Liberation and freedom from sinful reactions are merely byproducts of chanting the holy name. The real result is ecstatic love of Krishna. It was mentioned in the assembly that Haridas Thakur chanted the holy names of Krishna 300 one is freed from the reactions of all sinful life. Others said, simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord, a living being is liberated from material bondage. Haridas Thakur protested. These two benedictions are not true result of the chanting the holy name. By actually chanting the holy name without offense, one awakens his ecstatic love for the lotus feet of Krishna. When a person is actually advanced and takes pleasure in chanting the holy name of the Lord, who is very dear to him, he is agitated and loudly chants the holy name. He also laughs, cries, becomes agitated, and chants just like a madman, not caring for outsiders. Liberation and extinction of the reaction of sinful life are two concomitant byproducts of chanting the holy name of the Lord. An example is found in the gleams of morning sunlight. As the rising sun immediately dissipates all world's darkness, which is deep like an ocean, so the holy name of the Lord, if chanted once without offense, can dissipate all the reactions of living beings' sinful life. All glories to the holy name of the Lord, which is auspicious for the entire world. After reciting this verse, Haridas Thakur said, O learned scholars, please explain the meaning of this verse. But the audience requested Haridas Thakur, it is better for you to explain the meaning of this important verse. Haridas Thakur said, as the sun begins to rise, even before visible, it dissipates the darkness of the light. With first glimpse of sunlight, fear of thieves ghosts, demons immediately disappears, and when the sun is actually visible, everything is manifest, and everyone begins to perform his religious activities and regulative duties. Similarly, the first hint that offenseless chanting of the Lord's holy name was awakened dissipates the reactions of sinful life immediately. And when one chants the holy name offenselessly, one awakens the service in ecstatic love at the lotus feet of Krishna. Liberation is the significant result derived from the glimpse of awakening of offenseless chanting of the holy name. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antelila 7.176-86. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada quote, 9th September. You mentioned that your pathway has become filled with stumbling blocks, but there are no stumbling blocks. I can kick out all those stumbling blocks immediately, provided you accept my guidance. With one stroke of my kick, I can kick out all stumbling blocks. Letter to Krishna Dasa, September 9th, 1972. Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita. At the initiation, Srila Bhaktivinoda Saraswati was seated on a Vyasasana, and the room was filled with guests and members of the Gaudiya Math. Those to be initiated sat around the small mound of earth where one of Srila Bhaktivinoda Saraswati's sannyasis prepared a fire and offered grains and fruits into the flames, while everyone chanted mantras for purification. Abhay's sister and brothers were present, but not his wife. Abhay asked in the presence of Sri his Gurudev, yes, he likes to hear the words of his spiritual master, and his glance of recognition had remained with Abhay. Abhay would continue pleasing his spiritual master by hearing well. Then he thought, I will be able to speak well. The Vedic literature described 9 processes of devotional service, first of which was Shravanam, hearing about the Krishna. Then came Kirtanam, chanting about the glorifying, chanting about and glorifying him. By sitting patiently and hearing at Kosi, he had pleased Krishna's representative, and when Krishna's representative was pleased, Krishna was pleased. Srila Bhaktivinoda Saraswati had not praised him for donating money to the matha and had not advised him to forsake his family and business and travel with him, nor had he asked Abhay to perform great austerities, like the yogis who mortify their bodies with fast and difficult vows. But he likes to hear, he had said. I have marked him. Abhay thought about it and again listened carefully as his spiritual master conducted the initiation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita 11.55. Mat karma krinmata paramo mad bhakta sanga varjita nirvaira sarva bhuteshu yase mameti pandava. Translation. My dear Arjuna, he who engages in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of fruitive activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.12.8. मैत्रेय उवाच स राजराजेन वर्यचोदितो ध्रुवमहाभागवतो महामती हरौ सवव्रे अचलितं स्मृतं यया tarati ayatnena duratyayam tama. Translation. The great sage Maitreya continued, My dear Vidura, when thus asked to accept a benediction from Kuvera, the Yaksharaj, king of the Yakshas, Dhruv Maharaj, the most elevated pure devotee, who was an intelligent and thoughtful king, begged that he must have unflinching faith in and remembrance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For thus a person can cross over the ocean of nescience very easily, although it is very difficult for others to cross. Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrit Madhya Leela 4.182. Malecha deshe durapatha jagati apara kemate chandana niba nahi e vichara. Translation. Madhvendra Puri was not at all anxious during the long journey to Vrindavan through the provinces governed by the Muslims and filled with unlimited numbers of watchmen. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. श्री श्री राधारास बिहारी भगवान की जय, ललिता सखी विशाखा माता की जय, गिरिराज गोवर्धन महाराज की जय, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय, गौरांग निताय महाप्रभु की जय, शील प्रभुपाद की जय, मॉर्निंग चैंटिंग प्रोग्राम की जय, संवेत भक्त वृंद की जय. In today's Nama Amrita, very nicely, Haridas Thakur explains what is the real reason or the purpose for chanting the holy name. It is said, when you churn the curd, what happens? The churning of the curd that you do, what happens? You get buttermilk and makhan, cream. So what is more important? The cream is more important. The buttermilk is the side product. Similarly, Haridas Thakur explains that the main purpose or the main effect of pure chanting of the holy name is that the love for Krishna arises, your attachment for Krishna arises. And that is the main reason. Other are the byproduct. You say mukti or fulfilling of the wishes, they are the byproduct which you get in the form of the buttermilk. And Haridas Thakur, when explaining this in Gopal Chakravarti was a Brahmana, he was cursing, and Haridas Thakur, that you are saying all this wrong. I curse you. That your nose will fall down and code ho jayega tumko. He cursed him that way. If you are saying this wrong, I am a Brahmana. I have read so many Shastras. Just by chanting, all the papas cannot go. We have to go to many austerities. That is what Gopala Chakravarti was saying. But what happened? In next few days, Gopal Chakravarti got the leprosy, and his nose fell down. So we have to understand that the main purpose of sincere chanting is to revive a love which is there in our heart and go back to the spiritual world. Rest, all that we get is a byproduct. Another Srila Prabhupada quotes today, simply, powerfully, Srila Prabhupada says, if you follow the Guru sincerely and follow the instruction, all problem will go away. That is what is the essence of today's quote when he's saying to Krishnadas. So that is what we have to do. We have to sincerely follow the guidance and instructions of our Guru Parampara. And wait, and we'll see that by the mercy, somehow or other, all the problems will go away. In today's Prabhupada Leela Amrita, very nice here. One thing, Srila Prabhupada is taking initiation, wife is not there, but the sister is there. And what is the main thing that attracted the Guru? The Guru was not, he says that he didn't, was attracted by the donation or by the yogic process, but the most important thing that attracted Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj about Srila Prabhupada was that his attitude to quietly listen, that he admired. So when you have this attitude of listening, it pleases the Guru. But if you don't have that attitude of listening, it's very difficult to progress. Very difficult to progress. Very important in Srimad Bhagavatam today. What did Dhruv Maharaj ask? He didn't ask the Swargaloka or any power. What he asked unflinching remembrance of the Lord and devotion towards the Lord from the Kubera. That is what is most important. Huh? And we find the same pattern in entire Bhagavatam, where the devotees ask for association of devotees, listening about Krishna Katha, and Seva of Lord. This is the three things that the devotees want. They do not want anything else other than this. This is the pattern of the great devotees which we see in Bhagavatam. Hmm? So this is what the real devotee should aspire. Huh? Always listening Katha, Seva, and unflinching remembrance of the Lord. Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, you know, in Bhagavad Gita, this is the last shloka of Bhagavad Gita, where Lord says the same thing in the 9th chapter. Manmana bhava, mad bhakto, mad dhyaji, mam namaskuru, mama veshyase yuktveva, matma namat parayanam. This ninth here is the same, when is the same shloka, is the last shloka of the 11th chapter of the Virat Rupa, where Lord says, only by complete surrender you will be able to, and giving your mind, your activities to me, and not having enviousness, you will be able to come to me. The last shloka of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells to Nityananda Mahaprabhu about the glories of Madhvendra Puri, that how he was fearless, how he had taken up the mission, how he had taken up the seva, and he was not worried, even though there were so many malichas on the way huh, for this mission. Hare Krishna,